him back. You don't really miss him. You just wanted to stop hurting.
Hey, Tamara.
Hi guys, it's me, your girl Tamara. It's been a while. I've missed you guys. Mwah. Well, it's another time. It's another day. Happy New Year. I know you watched the video before watching this video, my introduction video. It was someone talking about, love bombing and everything. Love bombing is real. I have been there, done that. But this video that you watched and other videos I'm about to show you is going to educate you more about love bombing and how you can prevent yourself from love bombing. So I won't talk much. All I can say is welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say thank you for subscribing. And thank you for returning always. If you're new here, I want to say welcome. And my loyalty is with all of you. And I miss you guys so much. So I just want you to watch the videos that are about to be played. And I want you to subscribe, like, and comment. And let's interact. So without much talking, I want us to watch this video. We'll be right back.
To stop love bombing. If the rush of the relationship are coming on too strong, voice that you're uncomfortable with how fast it's going. Do not just react to the pace that they are setting. 2, do not make them the center of your world. You need to be disciplined to keep activities with your friends and maintain your self-care. 3, avoid the special trap. If you're dealing with a narcissist, they're very good at making you feel like you're the most special person in the world. Then start feeling special that they're choosing you out of all the options that they have to choose from. But they don't know you. Slow it down. Don't.
When someone is love bombing you, they are going to shower you with words, attention, gifts. They're going to make you feel like you're the most special person in the world, and they have never felt that way with anyone else. They're going to tell you everything you want to hear, but their actions are never going to match up with that. They're going to say things like, you're really special and I haven't felt this way before, but I have a lot going on with work right now and I just can't commit, because they're going to keep you on a hook. They are also going to contact you at odd hours when they should be working or with friends and family. They're going to reach out to you and be consistent with this intense amount of communication, but it's not going to be sustainable. They're going to be doing it and then they're going to fizzle.
Love bombed you, made you feel completely in love with you, and then toss you to the side like a piece of garbage. It is very simple. You have to do a reverse mechanism on your brain. You basically have to take off the mask that this person was wearing all along. That is the mask of someone that actually cared and loved you. In reality, they did not. They didn't care, they didn't love you, they were just using you. But because you are a good person, you attached yourself to the situation, hoping, thinking that something good would come out of it. But in reality, you cannot fall in love with a poison. Someone that is poisonous and evil cannot give you love. So you detach by taking off the mask of that person and looking at them for what it is. Pretend that you are part of a jury and go back in time as to all of the times that this person did things to you to make you feel some type of way, and write them down. Write them down in a notebook. This is going to be a perfect way to trace back as to when this actually started. And little by little, you're going to start realizing all of the things that this person do to create a love bomb.
Or you with gifts. There are 2 different kinds of love bombing. Love bombing from a narcissist, where they are intentionally trying to shower you with gifts to get you sucked in so that they can then take you away. Or there's the love bombing from someone who has a serious void within themselves, and they meet you and they're like, oh my god, this person's making me feel so much better, and that shitty feeling inside me's gone. I want more, I want more. Until eventually they're gonna realize that void isn't staying filled, and then they pull back at the height of the honeymoon.
Getting love bombed until months after. When I first started seeing my ex, within the first 3 weeks, he asked me to be his girlfriend. My dumb ass, I was like, this is a romance. He knows I'm the one, and he knows, so we're gonna just start dating immediately. And my friends were like, don't you feel like this is getting rushed a little bit? I'm like, don't you feel like you're a little fucking jealous? What do you mean? He loves me. Looking back, I'm like, 3 weeks, bitch. What? Why did I think that was normal? Ex and I also got into a huge fight to the point where I was gonna leave him. I think this was during the 3 weeks. It was he asked me to be his girlfriend. We get in this huge fight, and then I'm like, I'm leaving your dumbass. So after I was like, yeah, I'm leaving your dumbass, he sent me flowers. He sent me 50 roses. Immediately, I'm kind of but still no, I'm leaving his dumbass. I read this card, and in this card, he told me he loved me, and it had only been 3 weeks. I remember reading that being what the fuck? But I was also kind of he really loves me. I remember sending that to all my friends and they're like, dude, that's so fucked up. And I was like, but what if he like really loves me? And really? All my friends were like, no, he doesn't love you. He's just saying this because he's love bombing the fuck out of you. And I was like, I don't know, because when you're in it, like, you don't realize you're being love bombed, especially me. If I have a motherfucker telling me how amazing I am 24/7, I'm like, well, he's not wrong. So, like, what's the problem here, you know? So that was actually, like, a really hard thing for me to understand was, like, there is such thing as love bombing, and not everyone is gonna think you're as amazing as you think you are. Like, they're just love bombing you. Ex also always talked about the future with me, like way too early. It'd be like month 2 and he'd be like, I want you to have my babies. And I was like, I don't even want babies. We'd be walking and there'd be this like apartment building and he's like, I'm gonna buy us a place in there one day. And I'm like, with what money? You know, like he always talked about the future and like all the things he was gonna do for me in the future. I don't even think we had a real relationship. Our text messages just consisted of him telling me I'm gorgeous and me being like, I love you, you know, like just not realizing that I was just getting fully love bombed. You're not even 6 months into dating someone and they're like, I'm gonna marry you. It's like, that's fucking weird. Like, why do you already know you're gonna like marry me? But like, I'm a hopeless romantic and I'm like, it's love at first sight. Like, it's fate kind of thing. It's like, no bitch, you were getting love bombed. Also, like, always really wanted to meet my parents and stuff. Well, my mother always wanted to meet like my mother and my friends. He was like really big on that and would tell them like, I'm gonna take such good care of her. I'm gonna be amazing to her. So I don't know. It was just like hard to believe that he wouldn't do those things.
One of the fucking biggest red flags in dating is love bombing. And as soon as you know how to pick it up and tell that somebody's trying to love bomb you, your dating life is going to be so much easier because you can weed those fuckers out. And once you've experienced love bombing, it is so obvious when somebody is trying to do that to you. Like, you're telling me that we've been on one date and I'm the girl of your dreams. You can't wait to be in a relationship with me. I'm everything you've ever wanted. I'm so beautiful and nobody compares. Be fucking for real. It is not normal for a guy to be showering you with all this attention, all these compliments, acting obsessed with you, infatuated with you, telling you that you're the most amazing person they've ever met and they've never felt this way before after you've been on 1 or 2 dates or you've only been talking for a few weeks. Like, that's not fucking normal. What they're doing is they're creating a fantasy of you in their head and making you out to seem like the perfect person before they even get to know you. And as soon as they realize, oh, this person is a real person with real feelings and real problems and they're not perfect and they're not this fantasy I created in my head, they're like, oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go on to the next. You need to ask yourself, is the way this...
They get you hooked in so that they can finally let their guard down and let their mask off and stop keeping up the facade, i.e. neglect and abuse you throughout the rest of the relationship. It's impossible to love bomb a well-boundaried and assertive person. How can they stay on the phone all night with you if you set boundaries on the amount of time a person is allowed to talk to you? How can they shower you with affection if you vet them first thoroughly before ever meeting them in person? How can they get you to move in with them, get enmeshed with them, buy a car with them, co-sign with them on something, share a bank account with them, to get married to them, get engaged with them? If you are thoroughly vetting someone for many months to a year before getting into a commitment with anyone, how can they text you all day and night if you set limits on the amount of time you'll spend texting with them? How can they hook you in with the great sex if you don't have sex with men outside of marriage? Finally, when you're assertive, you're telling the truth. So when you speak up and say, I notice you're not treating me as good as you used to treat me, despite the fact that they're going to gaslight you and try to throw a temper tantrum and get all upset with you, your assertiveness is your ability to tell the truth. So you stay focused on the truth, and a person cannot manipulate you.
The reason that man is love bombing you is because he know that if he doesn't convince you to fall in love with him before you get to see his true self, you'll never give him a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze 6 months of dating into 6 weeks. I need to shower you, bombard you, bomb you with gestures so that you get your heart involved. I want you to fall for me before you realize who I am. This is the only way I get you to love me. I do not want a wife. I want a hostage. And I know once I have your heart, you can't leave me. So until the end, I'm going to be that perfect guy. I'm going to apply pressure because I see your posts. I see you telling me that you want a man that apply pressure, that brings energy. And I'm going to show you all those things day after day after day, hour after hour after hour. You're going to tell your friends he must really love me. No, I just know that if I don't get you to fall in love with me before you see the true narcissistic tendencies inside myself, you will never give me a chance. I done been this way all of my life. I done had women run away from me when I showed them who I was from day one, and I've learned never to do that again. I'm going to pretend to be a good guy times 10 because you ain't never had a man that applied pressure the way I have. For 6 weeks, I'm going to be the perfect man until you fall in love with me, and then you no longer.
And you're not kidding. Love bombing. Be very careful. When he knows you're done, and I cover this in the new book, Escaping Your Narcissist. When he knows you're done, and you're not kidding, and hopefully you've left, you're going to get love bombing like you wouldn't believe. Because he doesn't want to be divorced. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't love you. Doesn't want to lose control. Doesn't want to lose money. Doesn't want to lose the kids. Doesn't want to lose his reputation. Has nothing to do with you. Or God, frankly. And so if he can love bomb you back, that's exactly what he'll do. Don't fall for that. It'll be even worse because he's never going to forgive you for filing. I guarantee you. If the love bombing doesn't work, then he goes into, and a kind of overlap here, Mr. Repentance, I call it. Oh, no one's ever repented like this guy. Baloney. You hold the line. No response to him. I'm divorcing you. No explanation. No dialogue. And he will turn on you like a snake. He might last 2 months. Maybe. Most of them won't even last that long. And he will turn on you, confirming you're right. Love bomb.
Nothing crazy. First things first, let's talk about love bombing and how to deal with it. I'm just doing some light skincare and makeup for the gym, so nothing crazy. First things first, what is love bombing? Love bombing is basically the overwhelming amounts of affection and attention early on in the relationship. It's often used as a sign of manipulation and just like a way to get emotional dependency on the person early on in the relationship. The tricky thing about it though is it's hard to tell if the person is just genuinely into you or if it is like a tactic of manipulation known as love bombing. So firstly, I think it's really important to understand the different signs, so let's go through them. Excess compliments and I love yous very early on. Claiming they're your soulmate and rushing to meet the family and parents very soon. This is like my new favorite product. It made my skin feel so good. And lots of gifts and trips. I think it's just the idea of it's overwhelming. Like if you're like, okay, this is weird, something about it feels off, it's not super genuine, that's when it's time for like alarms to start going off. Let's talk about some ways to steer clear from this. Number one, don't agree to be around them constantly. I get it, the honeymoon phase is exciting, but if you need to put some space in between you guys, do so, because then you'll really be able to see if he actually wants you or if this is just like some sick, twisted shit. Number two, obviously watch out for those key signs that I just stated. Number three, be direct when you feel like it's disingenuine. This is your life and you don't have any time to waste being around these people that are disingenuine, so call it when you see it, you know? Number four, be in tune with reality. Of course, live your best life, don't be paranoid all the time, but if you're just getting these vibes, understand that like, okay, let's take a step back, what's real and what's not. Overall, love bombing can be a really devastating thing because you think this person is all about you 1 second and then they end it another second. So that's why I just think it's important to understand what love bombing is and be aware of it. And if it does happen to you, don't be embarrassed or ashamed. It's a part of life. You learned it and now you know what to steer clear from. Anyways, I love you guys to pieces. This is the final makeup look. Mwah. Love you guys.
Yeah, I'm back and I hope you enjoyed the videos. Before I sign off, I want you to know that love bombing is real. I personally, I have been there. I don't want to share all of my experiences, but actually love bombing, we all know, is when someone manipulates you to love them the way they want to be loved and deceiving you to love them the way they want to be loved and later on leaving you hanging. So that's what love bombing is about in a nutshell. Well, I have been there with my past relationships, and I was able to heal by the grace of God with my community and everything. But I think watching these videos myself and also you also watching these videos and watching their reaction concerning how to identify love bombing, how to explain how they came out and they were healed from their experiences. Sorry, it's giving me hope for the future because anytime I find myself meeting people who want to be in a relationship with me, for some strange reasons, I get scared because of the fact that I've been loved and I've recovered and I've healed, but I still have my lessons. And I love one of the videos that man said, for you to be able to overcome love bombing, you need to one, set your boundaries and be assertive. Make sure you are always watching, looking out for people who are trying to manipulate you and love bomb you. And always have boundary standards and limits that when they are trying to cross it, you'll be able to pull them back that no, it's not happening, sir. So I don't know what to say. I can't say much concerning this love bombing stuff because it's a very serious topic, and I pray that everybody gets to understand it and overcome their love bombing and prevent themselves not to be love bombed in the near future. So it was nice watching and sharing this video with you and also watching people's reaction on love bombing, and I've really missed you. This while I've not been on the screen, I'm a bit rusty, but I know more of this. I'll come back again to life like how you used to know me before with my future and everything. And I want you to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you more. Oh, sorry. And I'll see you same time in another video. So if you really love this video and you want more of this, I want you to subscribe, like, and comment like I said before, and watch my previous videos, and we will take it from there. So bye, I'll see you in another video. Bye.
Hey, Tamara.